My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every single week, we break down full fight cards. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our content. Next up, at UFC Vegas 47, we have Philip Rowe versus Jason Witt. Jason Witt is 19-7 overall. He's 2-3 in his last 5. But he is coming off a win over Brian Barberena. Philip Rowe is 8-3 overall. Little topsy-turvy in his last 5. Jason Witt is a wrestler. He's a grinder. He's a wrestler. There's absolutely no secrets to what his game plan is. He's only looking for takedowns and submissions. He has no intention of engaging in a kickboxing match, and that's fine because his stand-up is just okay. His chin has been questioned in the past. This is almost similar to the Malcolm Gordon fight we just broke down. You get nervous with Jason Witt out there. With that being said, he is pretty dominant, especially when he gets on top. And I'm saying when he gets on top because it's almost a guarantee he's going to get a takedown in this fight and almost every fight he's in. He averages more than 6 takedowns per 15 minutes of fighting. So it's essentially inevitable. He has great control and pressure, which he uses to pound away. He's not going to hunt for a submission, but if you squirm to avoid some of those punches, he will sneak something in and try to, capitalize on that scramble. Philip Rowe is tremendous for this division. You can see that he's got a 5-inch height advantage, a 10-inch reach advantage, and he's one of the very few people that actually uses his reach well when he's striking. I always talk about people who will just pull up Tapology and say, oh, Joey's got a 1/2 inch reach advantage, so Joey's going to win. That's nonsense. That's crap. Most fighters don't use their range well. Philip Rowe is one of those people, however, that does use his range well. His ground game is fantastic, but he doesn't really have any wrestling to get it there. Rowe's the favorite here. -140 to +120. I understand why he's the favorite. Right? He's a good striker. He's probably got the better jiu-jitsu. Jason Witt's got a suspect chin. But the reality is, I've seen Rowe struggle to get out from underneath people. We've seen him get taken down in the past. We've seen him have a hard time getting back up. And I think Witt's submission defense is solid enough where he can hang out on top without getting submitted. The big question mark is the striking, right? Can he hang long enough to get past that reach, get a takedown? I think he can. I like Jason Witt to win a boring decision. I've already put a money line bet on him. I did 1 full unit on Jason Witt. I will be tense as hell the entire fight, just biting my nails every time he gets hit because his chin worries me. But I like Jason Witt to win this fight and Philip Rowe to struggle getting off his back. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Shockingly, I am on your side in this. I like Jason Witt as well. And I think that Orion fight for Philip Rowe showed everything you need to see on both sides because Philip Rowe was winning striking exchanges and for some reason just kept going to the clinch. His fight IQ was just, I think he started the second round by winning a striking exchange, went to the clinch, and even the announcer's like, what is he doing right now? Use your range. Orion is going to out-wrestle you. And sure enough, he ended on his back and he stayed on his back. And there was even a time where he just did a body lock off his back where that's just like a stalling. It's like, what are you doing? At that point, you're not even trying at all to get back to your feet. And if Jason Witt, you mentioned, if he's on top, he's going to stay there, especially against a guy like Philip Rowe. So if you're Jason Witt, Philip Rowe isn't like a first-round knockout guy, but you see him kind of fade as the fight goes on. You saw that in the Ryan fight, especially when he's getting wrestled. He kind of gets a little bit sloppy in his takedown defense and his striking. So if you're Jason Witt, take your time, get through the first round, keep your hands up. He's going to try and use that range, block those big shots like Angelo mentioned, could protect that chin, and then start going for the takedowns, and those will get a lot easier in the second round. You'll get him to the ground. You'll dominate this fight. So I agree. I like Jason Witt in this fight. Keep your hands up in the first round, get those takedowns, do exactly what Orion did, and I think you can probably finish him in late second or even in the third round. I can see Jason Witt getting a TKO finish, just ground and pound with Philip Rowe exhausted on his back. So I'm unfortunately, and with you 100%.
Yeah, and some doofus in the live chat is complaining that we're not mentioning James Krause and the coaches. That's not a factor here. That's not a factor here because game planning doesn't matter in this fight. So I will talk about Sanford MMA in a few fights from now because the game plan matters. There's no game plan. Jason Witt needs to get it to the ground. Philip Rowe needs to keep it standing. It's literally that simple. There is no mastermind. There's no whiteboard with play. It is that simple. Philip Rowe needs to keep it on his feet, Jason Witt needs to get it to the ground. Literally that simple. The odds, I wish I would have gotten better line on Jason Witt because I do like him in the underdog spot. Obviously, he can get knocked out. That's not great. His chin is worrisome, but the wrestling should get it done. I love him for $7,800. I assume you agree, or you're so worried about the knockout that you're not going to. Takedowns are worth 5 points. He should score well and control time.
Yeah, but this is a situation where it could be one takedown a round if it even goes to the third round, because I think once he gets the takedown,
control time racks up.
I know, but you get more for if so. It's almost like you are rewarded more when someone is against a better opponent, right? Because they can get back to the feet and then you take them back down, and those add up really quickly. So I honestly think Jason Witt, every time he takes him down, Philip Rowe's not going to get back to his feet. So it's kind of an interesting play in that, right? Whether you think he can get the finish, and then that chin. So $7,800 is. I wish he was more like a 75. I'd feel a little bit better.
Yeah, listen, I like him at $7,800. Monkey knife fight. The line is interesting. It's probably a more because I do think it's a decision. I think Philip Rowe, especially, keep in mind it is every single strike. That's not significant strikes. Every single strike counts toward that line. Jason Witt's going to do some cage wrestling, try to work his way to the legs, and Philip Rowe's going to do a lot of these little tiny hammer fist pepper shots. Those all count. So I think more is the play here as well with monkey knife fight. You agree?
I'll do it. More.
There we go.
Raise the roof.
wewantpicks.com/MKF. I'm telling you, dip your toes in the monkey knife fight water. It is fantasy. It's an app on your phone. Nothing sketchy about it. It's a ton of fun. It's every single sport. We're obviously only breaking down UFC. wewantpicks.com/MKF. And if you want that $50 free that I always talk about, wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. Make a deposit. Let me know. I'll send you $50.